Author Suraj Yengde has achieved something quite rare when dealing with a book on caste system in India. Usually, when you write a book on the caste system, there are chances that you fall into the trap of providing an angry rant against the caste system. But unlike that, Suraj Yengde invests enough time in understanding the root causes of the caste system, and he goes on to present almost a holistic picture of the contemporary caste scenario in India. Hi, this is Gautam, and for today's episode, we'll be looking at this book, Caste Matters from Suraj Yengde. After an opening chapter which is partly autobiographical, Suraj directly attacks the Brahminical structure which governs every aspect of life and ironically death in India. He states that Dalits are presented with a socio-economic handicap right from the start of their lives which governs them till their death. The author points out that Brahmanism as a social construct which governs every part of Indian life is willfully ignored in all the discussions, including media, even in stand-up comedy. The author points out that the primary reason for the failure of Dalit liberation as opposed to Dalit emancipation is because there is fracture within the Dalit community, which is quite brave as many people wouldn't be ready to point that out. So within the Dalit community, he points out that there are several Dalit cohorts and each of them are operating in different directions. On one end of the spectrum, we have conservative Dalits who still preserve a system which aids their own subjugation. And as you move across the spectrum, you also see elite Dalits who get the benefits of reservation, who have climbed up the economic ladder, but still do not acknowledge or are not ready to reveal their identity. That is their caste identity. At the same time, when they bring up their children, they make sure that the children are not really made aware of the severity of the caste system. So they are brought up in such a way that they do not know the realities of contemporary India. Suraj identifies this as a major lacuna in the Dalit leadership because a larger section of Dalit leadership comes from the Dalit middle class. Even though the middle class provides a proper ideological and a legal basis for fighting the Dalit battles, since their experiences are different from the larger Dalit masses, you don't have congruence in movement. And whenever possible, the author supports his arguments with as much data available, be it the allocation for Dalit emancipation in the union budget, the representation in parliament, the representation in civil services and others. And he vehemently opposes that this phenomenon of so-called Dalit capitalism is baseless. In the closing chapter of the book, Suraj Yengde talks about the Brahmins who spearheaded the movement against the caste system. There were a large number of upper caste members right from the time of Bhimrao Ambedkar who vehemently opposed the caste system. Just like he states that Dalits cannot be simply classified as one entity, we have so many cohorts. He also states that within Brahmins there are several subcastes, and within Brahmins themselves the subcastes are not treated properly and there is discrimination among them. Now, the author extensively quotes Ambedkar's writings in several parts of the book, but the writings has been consciously taken to support his arguments and to relate to the contemporary scenario. The book serves as a very good introduction for any outsider to understand the Indian caste system. And if you're an Indian, when you read this book, you'd feel a quiver of fire arrows piercing your skin when you scan through the pages. So that's it for today. And if you like the video, do like, comment and subscribe. You can check the playlist for two series which we're currently running. Thank you.